Throughout this video, I'll give my take on what makes Cape Town so unique, and also I'll compare it a little bit to other cities that I've visited around the world. So let's go ahead and get into this video. While you watch this video, we're visiting the Botanical Garden in Cape Town. So while we walk around and you get to see how the Botanical Garden looks here in Cape Town, at the same time, I'm going to give you what makes Cape Town so unique in my opinion. From traveling in different cities and different countries, Cape Town is one of those places, in my opinion, is like a travel cheat code. And what I mean by that, it's got everything in one place. And it's only so many cities that you'll visit that have this unreal natural beauty, like what you're seeing here right now on your screen. You have also when wildlife meets urban life. One day you might be at Boulders Beach here in Cape Town, hanging out with penguins, and you might see some baboons running around. Then you end up in the CBD getting some coffee and having lunch. So it's like wildlife meets urban life. Also, if you're into wine tasting, there's lots of that going on here in Cape Town. And the wine here is world class. It's very known for the wine here in Cape Town. Also, if you're a traveler like myself and you're into culture, art, and history, all that is here. The city blends indigenous, colonial, and also modern. So you see everything here. Plus the local art, the music, the food scene, all that is here.
You're gonna go to the main thing first. And if I woke up, my chest was sick.
Small weed.
It's the camper.
One word to describe Cape Town, that word would be active. There's always something to do here. For example, we're here at the Botanical Garden. You're seeing a lot of trees and plants, and you're probably thinking, well, that's it? Well, no. There is also an area here at this Botanical Garden that if you have a significant other, or you can just come by yourself, either or, but you could bring your own food and you can have actual a picnic. So it's always something to do here. On site at this Botanical Garden, there's a restaurant. So if you want to eat, also if you want drinks, whether it's tea, coffee, soda, or whatever, it's all on site here. Also, what makes Cape Town unique is you can't forget the beaches. Go back through my library of videos here in Cape Town and see some of the beaches I visited. Musenberg, you have Clifton, you have Sea Point, you have many other beaches that you can visit besides just one beach. Also, something else that is very important is the high value for your money. Many travelers, especially if you're from the US or Europe, Cape Town is, I would say, affordable while offering luxury level experiences. And I had to pause a little bit on that part because that would depend on when actually you come to Cape Town. Because if you come during the peak season, if you're trying to find a nice place to stay, you will be paying prices that's comparable to places that are in Europe or in the US. So that all depends. But still, you will get high value for the amount of money you spend. Plus, the services or goods that you will pay for will be much cheaper than what you would pay for in Europe or in the US.
I'm a tour guide. Fuck off all. Bye. He says, hey, on a date. You should tell your mother you're on a date.
Fuck off, Holland.
Oh, he is an asshole, like an A-grade asshole. Okay, this way. We are almost there.
Almost.
Yes, because there's a walkway. But why it says tree canopy walk? That's way. But that thing is pointing that way. Which way to go? This one? This way. Huh? Because the thing's pointing me. Oh, okay. Woo. Child, my sinus is sinusing.
How's your legs?
No, my legs is fine. It's just my nose. But these shoes are not cool to walk in.
Not at all.
Canfor Avenue. Fucking dying. So what did you do on Saturday after I walked in the gardens? Okay, casual.
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 Please do not touch. What happens if you touch it? Will you itch?
Probably.
Demonstrate for me, tour guide.
But you
Demonstrate. You're from here,
but you
so
don't want to touch it because then everybody's gonna touch it as they walk past. It's too many hands on nature.
And I would say probably last is the food scene. I would say it's underrated because here in Cape Town, just in South Africa in general, the country, you have a fusion of different types of foods. You have a fusion of African, you have Cape Malay, Dutch, along with fast foods.
it's like a little rat. You see that thing?
What?
Come here.
It's nothing there.
Give me your hand.
Nothing there.
So far within my African journey, the only other country that has everything in one place, and this is based on the things I just mentioned, would be Mauritius. But still, Mauritius is not comparable to any place in South Africa because South Africa is more modernized than Mauritius. And the only place in my South American journey that could almost compare to South Africa would be Brazil. Now, Brazil has the beach aspect, lots of beaches, it's a much bigger country. The only problem is that even though Brazil is so huge, it's not modernized. There's a language barrier. So that would all depends on you. And also depends on what makes a city unique in your opinion. When it comes to my Europe travel destinations, there's no city in Europe I could think of that's comparable to a Cape Town. No city I visited in Germany, Portugal, London's not comparable to Cape Town. And remember, I'm basing all this on the things I just mentioned earlier. So there's no place in Europe that can compare to Cape Town, no city in Europe. And when I think of my Asian travel destinations, I think of Singapore because Singapore in Asia is my favorite country slash city because Singapore is small, so it is a country and a city at the same time. That's what makes Singapore unique. But even Singapore, I don't think is comparable to here in Cape Town.
It's down there.
Huh? It's on here. 105 is this way.
Mm.
Try fall. This is dirt in my mouth kind of fall.
I have video, so I have proof.
Imagine you standing there and you just see me fucking tumble. Tumbleweed.
And the reason for that is when you go to Singapore, you notice that they have very high quality food and it's not a lot of money. The food is cheap, but other things are not cheap. And one of those things is housing, places to stay. So if you're planning to stay there long term, it's not going to be very cheap. The Singaporean dollar is almost comparable to the US dollar or to the euro. It's not that far off, it's not that far behind. So when it comes to affordability, it's a certain type of traveler that travels to Singapore, especially long term. So it's not comparable to Cape Town, where it is much cheaper here. And last, I had the opportunity to visit one of the Pacific Islands. I visited Fiji last year, and believe it or not, I like Fiji. If I had a top five, Fiji would be on that top five list of places that I like. And I only been to Fiji once, compared to Cape Town, Singapore, these other places I named. I visited more than once, so I would have to revisit Fiji to give more of a detailed insight of a comparison between Suva, Fiji, and Cape Town, South Africa. But yeah, those things I just mentioned throughout the video, those are the things that make Cape Town unique, in my opinion.
Pin ăn tủ đi.